Hi there, Stephen Pye here again, otherwise known as Captain Spiro, here again. Well, good things come in threes, and as such, here's my third Stop in Hollywood video. There have been a lot of advancements in computer animation, and since Toy Story first has appeared in theaters in 1995, and as the medium went on, and these have been the primary output for most studios for their animation in films. Then, in 2001, another development came. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within and Valas has another innovation, and using motion capture, they could give us digital actors in the movies. Use near photorealistic representations of humans, and naturally, I thought they looked a little too human. In fact, more human than human. No. Think those classic films out there, like sci-fi noir, I'll be able to get that reference. Unfortunately, the style was just too much at the time. And Final Fantasy Spirits Within became one of the biggest flops ever, nearly bankrupting Square and somewhat forcing them into a business merger with a long-time rival Enix. But as time went by, the audience forgave the medium, and Robert Zemeckis has popularized it with the Polar Express. As the technology got better, and the film was a big hit, becoming one of the highest-grossing Christmas films of all time, and also as a result, it's re-released every year for theaters in select theaters for Christmas. This same technique was also gave birth to films Beowulf, and Christmas Carol, also by Zemeckis. Technology still got better, but still, in many ways, the technology often comes off as making the person, animate people, lifeless, fake. Kind of like those department store mannequins after they've been in a sauna a little bit. Still, that's not stopped Zemeckis from making another film, Mother's Needs Moms. Now, even though the aliens are likely going to be the primary focus of this movie, I don't know, they've been rather secretive about it. As Disney proved with Romeo and Juliet, they don't seem to be promoting the films that seem to be over-promoting the films, yet actually telling us next to nothing about them in the process. It still features those photorealistic humans, and it still kind of creeped me out a bit. They're a bit too shiny. The eyes are like a literal deer in the headlights, and the way they move, it's simply the way they talk is simply too spindly and wobbly. Yes, in many ways, these movies are kind of like me doing this over and over, and I would not do this in you. But I digress. To me, the best representations of humans in films are stylized ones, and is far better at movements and can convey emotions a lot better than these photorealistic humans. Think about it. A Toy Story trilogy, Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, WALL-E. These films gave human qualities to non-human things such as toys, fish, rats, and robots. And they actually end up characters being more human than the human characters as they set out to make. Even when movies make cartoonized humans, they actually have gotten far better results once of making them stylized. Yes, The Incredibles, superhero family, so that naturally lends itself after them, giving the proportions that would be unrealistic yet still appealing. Up. Carl Fredrickson was rather spirited in his appearance, and that symbolized his content at him in his house for some time. Also, he was very round, and similar to his optimism, in fact, he kind of looked like a giant egg or an almond. But anyway, those stylized humans were actually a lot better at conveying emotions. They actually make things more able to connect with audiences, also not freaking them out. But with these photorealistic humans, and I'm a big believer in the uncanny valley. I believe either that in something like an animated film, a human character can be too human. It's too close to reality, suspension of disbelief is threatened, and the overall integrity to like the film is reduced. I believe that you need to give an unrealistic proportion of the human body in some way in order for a film to truly be liked in animation. In turn, those can actually be more effective in animations. Still, I can imagine that Zemeckis and Disney will be promoting this film to no end, touting that how the 3D IMAX will probably be your nightmare fuel for weeks to come, and all the horror films this year, Scream 4, have not even come out yet. And yet, I think that Marcy's Moms will, solely because of these two realistic humans, I'll just think about it, will actually be scarier than Scream 4 in that respect. So, stop it, Hollywood. Make some animated films that are unafraid to make their humans look little inhuman, thus able to act more human in the process. Thank you for your time.